Hi tubies, and welcome to another painting tutorial. Here's your Alexandra. And today we want to paint heated metal using here from a Redemptor Dreadnought the assault cannon. And this is what we are aiming for. So you have your metal here, and then a yellowish zone, then a purple zone, and then a bright blue zone. And it all looks still in a metal sheen. So, in order to do that, we need the following colors. First of all, your standard metal colors, bolt gun metal and mithril silver, or in my case here, black metal and heavy metal from scale color. But your standard dark metal and very bright metal will do the trick. Then, of course, good old known oil, wash, and the following contrast paints. A yellow one, I have here a Nutstrack yellow, but you could also use Yandan yellow, it doesn't matter really. Then we need Vulperus pink and Talasar blue. Those three together are the perfect color match for this kind of stuff. So what I've done here previously is painted in bolt gun metal, so in the dark metal tone, and leave that to dry for an hour. And little warning, previously I will be using the hairdryer several times in this video, so be warned for loudness. So at first I will now cover this in Nolan oil and let that dry. This I will not do with the hairdryer on camera, because that will take much longer to dry, because it's a bigger amount of wash to cover. So where's my brush? There's my brush. So we want this stage here to have in the recesses obviously a nice dark tone. Don't worry about the details on the top. We will go over that later. So, this heated metal version here also works for all kinds of melter weapons, for example, or laser cannons, or everything that gets blistening hot. This coloration stems from the thing that happens to heated metal. If you heat a metal to a certain point of degrees, it will shift in color when it is cooled. And the different colors happen to be because they are different colors, different temperatures on the metal itself. So the yellowish part is the coolest version, then you have the purple and then the blue. So also a color we will need is a black or a black pigment, but we come to that at the very end. So I will leave that to dry now, and we will be back in a second. So tubies, the wash is dry now, and now we will quickly grab our nice soft makeup dry brush, take a little bit of the mithril silver, or your bright silver, or whatever you have, and we'll quickly, that's a little bit too much of a brush, yeah, we will quickly paint the top layer here again with a nice bright silver tone. That way we get it to be nice and three-dimensional for us. There we go. Again here for the ammunition belt. Okay. Give it a good wash to clean the brush. So, and I will let the metal sit again. Oops, sorry for that. I will let the metal sit here to dry for another 20 minutes or so. Otherwise, metal flakes will come off. But after that, we will go over it with a contrast paint. Be right back. Okay, tubies, now it is time for our contrast paints. And the first paint we want to use is the one at the end. Which end? Doesn't matter. So you could start with the blue at the front, then the purple, and then the yellow. Or you start with the yellow, then the purple, then the blue. So we will start with the yellow. Or, wait a second, give it a good shake. Give all three a good shake while we are at it. There we go. So, take your brush. And then you have to decide how far in to the weapon we want to have this coloration. So I would say up to this point here. And you see we can simply glaze it over. There don't have to be a very, very thick layer of this contrast paint. Just to give it this tint of yellow. There we go. So, just to be sure, give it a short burst of your hairdryer. So, warning. Okay, that should be dry now. So, always close the lid, otherwise you will have spilled contrast paint on your palette, and you don't want that. So, now with a clean brush, take the purple and go right up to the yellow. So overall you want the blue part to be the biggest one. Gently going over it. There we go. So, again, hairdryer time. Warning. And that's it. So, and now, tell us our blue. And look at that. That's the perfect blue tone. Absolutely perfect, as if it was made for that. I would call this color gun heat metal. Gun heat metal blue. So. Let us compare that to our original in real life. I think we pretty much hit the nail at this. Yeah, that's right. So, one last burst with a hairdryer. Okay, and now we need a matte black or pigments. and we will make some ruß, soot, that's the word. Use an old dry brush for that. Take a little bit of the black. Oh, that's too much. Way too much, way too much, way too much. That's about right. There's barely any color left. And we will... that's too little. Blacken the front here a little. As if there was a little bit of soot. There you go. Ta-da! I hope you liked this little tutorial on heated metal, and we will see us in the next video. Dear Alexandra.